Hey plant fam, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jacqueline. This is not my jungle. We're in the living room, but the lighting was good in here and I was just doing some filming in here, and then I was doing some cleanup, looking at my plants, and I noticed something about my Lacunosa. So I usually go through and I check all of the new growth and stuff like that. There's a couple mealybugs on here, unfortunately, that I'm going to have to treat. But what I wanted to show you was the thing that made me squeal. This cute little peduncle. Do you see it? There it is. Do you see this little peduncle on my Lacunosa? Oh my goodness. I'm so excited to get it to bloom. She looks a little straggly and sad, but that's just actually kind of the way that she looks. Her leaves are interesting. Okay, you can definitely see the plant better now. You could see it kind of turns this like black color with sun stress, which is really cool. I love sun stressing my Hoyas, but I was just doing a little wellness check on this plant because it was not a happy plant when I bought it, and I've kind of just been keeping an eye on it, making sure that everything is good. Here's the peduncle. There is it. There you are. Oh my goodness. Look at how freaking cute it is. This is, I mean, I feel like it's really cold. It's middle of February basically, so I think it's a little, I don't know, I guess I've been seeing other people's Hoyas blooming online too, but it's cold here in the Northeast, so I'm a little confused by it, but I'm also not mad at it. She's so cute. I'm trying to see if I can find, this is some of my favorite leaves here. This beautiful silver on it. So apparently a peduncle is not just a Hoya thing. A peduncle is literally just anything that comes out of the plant that like a flower is gonna come out of, I guess, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know, let me know in the comments below if you know other plants that also have peduncles. Sorry for this very random impromptu video, but I just wanted to show you my Lacunosa and how freaking cute she is. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Today is February 21st. Update on the Hoya peduncle. Hey fam, so just a quick update on my Hoya Lacunosa bloom because I was watering it and I wanted to show you. Today is March 10th, March 11th, maybe, somewhere along those lines. So I just wanted to give you guys a bit of an update because I've been showing you here and there some footage of it opening up the blooms. So I just wanted to show you really quickly. I'm gonna turn you around. So here she is in all her glory. Easier for me to show you her like this. So she's not opened up yet. Each one of these little individual stars is gonna open up into a cute little flower. I'm excited to see it. She's a happy plant. I've mentioned before that she lives in my southeast facing window with the rest of the Hoya, and she's so far my second Hoya to bloom. So in that window. I'll show you guys what she looks like hopefully soon when these open up. So cute.
So then, why?
Hey plant fam, welcome back Today is March 18th. I wanted to show you my Hoya Lacunosa Royal Flush bloom. So it's finally opened up, and I started showing you guys this a while back, like as soon as I noticed the peduncle, and I showed you, you would have seen the footage of it opening up over time. I'm sorry that I can't do time lapse. I don't really have like the setup for that or like the space to really be doing that, so that would have been more fun for sure. But hopefully you enjoyed at least watching the different stages of the bloom opening up, because I really enjoy the way it looks. Even before they open, they look like little stars. They kind of look like gushers. They're cute. But anyway, I did a video about a year ago now when my Crimson Queen bloomed on 5 of my top tips to get your Hoya to bloom, and I know that naturally people are going to have more questions about how to get your Hoya to bloom, so I wanted to kind of do a bit of an update and go over some of the things that I mentioned in that video and then add to it as well. So before we get into showing you the bloom, which you would have already seen, but I'll show you the whole plant again, I want to talk about light. So I have mine right here in front of me in this southeast facing window. Hoya's like west facing windows. Let me know if you keep yours in a lower light situation. I think that this window is kind of like the sweet spot for my plants because they get really nice bright morning light, and then they kind of get a little bit of the afternoon sun as it shifts, so it's not too harsh, but it's just right that some of the Hoya in the corner get like a little bit sun stressed, and you know, the other ones just get the right amount of light. So both of my Hoyas that have bloomed were in this window that I've now deemed my Hoya window for good reason. There's nothing but Hoya in this window. If you saw, I picked up this Lacunosa at Home Depot a while back. It was a bit of a rescue mission. I kind of just left it alone. I didn't do anything to it. I noticed new growth on it recently, and I was like, all right, cool. Like, it perked up. It's happy. I was going through like a check of my plants like I normally do, and boom, there was a peduncle, and now I have a bloom. So apparently the Lacunosas are really easy bloomers. So if you're looking for a Hoya that's gonna bloom for you easily, maybe that wouldn't be a bad choice. Plus they're really cute. I definitely think that the amount of sun that they're getting has a lot to do with whether or not the plant blooms. And then obviously just keeping up on the care with the plant, which is, with most Hoyas, they don't mind getting dry. They're super drought tolerant, and obviously that's why I like them. So the best way to test whether or not your Hoya, this is my Cortesia, needs water, is to just kind of bend the leaf a little bit, and you could see this one's like a little bit bendy, so like I could give it water, but I don't need to right now. Like, it's okay, but it'll need water soon for sure. That's basically it. I mean, they can get really dry and they'll be fine. Just don't overwater your Hoya, you know what I mean? Keep them in a bright window. Fertilize them regularly once like you're in the growing season. But my main tip that I wanted to add to this video that I did not mention in my first one was that when you start to see your Hoya putting out peduncles, you can give it a fertilizer that has more phosphorus, because this is a mineral that is actually really important for them while they're blooming. So if you give them a little bit of extra phosphorus when you notice, or even just like in blooming season, if you know this is the time you see other people's Lacunosa blooming, then maybe give it a little bit of extra phosphorus and it might help it bloom. I don't know which fertilizers have extra phosphorus in it. I apologize. I literally just picked up liquid fertilizer for the first time to try. I just got the regular Espoma fertilizer. A lot of people recommended it, and I appreciate you guys for your recommendations. Hopefully maybe we'll see a difference in how my plants grow this spring and summer versus last year with the fertilizer over, I was just using worm castings most of the time before. So I don't know, we'll see. That's really it. Obviously, you want to have them in a well-draining mix because they don't like to have wet feet. You definitely will rot out your Hoya if you leave the roots in water for too long. So you're better off ignoring them, honestly. My Hoyas that bloom are the ones that I neglect the most. I just leave them in this window. They get lots of bright light. I water them maybe every other week, honestly. Like, I don't water them that often. I do go through them and I inspect them and I water them, and it's a whole process. So like I have like a Hoya day where I take care of all my Hoya, but I don't really do it that often. I'm watering the rest of my plants way more frequently than my Hoya. So then I try not to prune back too much of the plant if I don't need to, because I've noticed that a lot of the peduncles will come out of the same place over and over, or they tend to come out of older vines. So if I'm constantly cutting off all the older vines, I might be potentially cutting off a growth point for a peduncle. So on the one hand, pruning your plants encourages new growth, but then when it comes to Hoya, you may accidentally cut off a point where a peduncle would grow. So just be aware of that as well if you're looking for reasons to never cut your Hoyas. I have an attachment issue, so I don't like to always prune all my plants. So I get it if you don't want to, and in this case I feel like it's okay because the plant will still grow from somewhere and you might get blooms out of it. So you do you, boo, you know? Like, some people get really scissor happy, and that's fine too. I have days like that. I'm definitely going to link my Hoya tips, the last video that I did, for you guys. Go watch that. I go way more in depth about like the soil mixture and all of those things if you want to know about that. But I just wanted to kind of do a bit of an update like a year later, what I've learned since my last Hoya bloom. So I'm gonna let you guys go, and I hope I see you guys in the next one. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything from me, and I'll see you soon. Bye!